Welcome to DA Driven,
our new podcast from Depreciating Assets, where we talk about the culture behind cars, bikes, and trucks, your story, your perspective, and your relationship with all things motorsports.
We always say the cars brought us together, people keep us together. This is our opportunity to share those stories with you and for you to share your stories with us. Follow, like, subscribe, do all the things. Appreciate you. What's up, guys? Gabriel.
Gil.
Depreciating Assets. We're here today with Dan LaRue. A lot of people in the local car scene know him between his volunteering with 1320 for ICC as well as Chrome Enhancements. A lot of stuff to talk about today. Dan's a stud. He's a little quiet, so he won't tell you all how great he is, but hopefully we can dive into some of the stuff that's not on this questionnaire. You know what I'm talking about.
We're gonna get it out of him. Yep. We're gonna find out all the good stuff so that you can all understand how awesome he is.
Yes, there's a lot of meat and potatoes there, so I hope you're ready for it.
Let's go.
I think so. All right, so quick warm up, right? Mm-hmm. Have a couple questions. We're gonna follow the same script. This is something that's new for us. Super excited to have you on, Dan.
I'm excited to be here.
He's one of the first people.
Yes.
One of the first people.
Yes. It's gonna be great. All right, so question to lighten up the mood a little bit. What's a moment that you really truly felt alive?
So this would have been last year, car related. I was actually in the passenger seat of a dear friend of ours, Jeremy Friedman's Huracan. At a half-mile event down in Kansas, doing the Shift Sector's half-mile event. And he threw me in the passenger seat on the last day, and he hadn't made his 200-mile-an-hour pass all weekend until I was in the passenger seat.
Oh, you're the good luck charm?
So it was 202 miles an hour in the passenger seat. I'm white-knuckling the door panel. My head is sucked to the back of the seat. Freaking awesome. I highly encourage anyone, if you have the opportunity to get in a car like that, go do it.
So, I mean, with that said, if you weren't in the car, he arguably could have gone 205.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, there's a math equation there
somewhere.
And that's not a stab at him. It's like there's a formula for people that watch us that aren't car people that like weight equals horsepower, and I don't know, they're really smart. And,
physics.
Yeah, math, numbers and stuff. That's amazing.
But boy, you get done and your heart is just pounding through the chest. It's unreal.
What did it? So I'm genuinely curious because that I may have gone a little bit over 100 at some point, but 200
at least 180.
That's fast. Like
so the best way to describe it is you're watching Fast and Furious, like the early ones, and they hit the nitrous button, everything kind of just like stretches out a little bit.
Blurs.
For me, I felt like my depth perception got really flat and kind of just weird. And the car does a lot of weird things at that speed, especially on a runway, because the pavement, compared to the painted sections, it can pull a car left or right.
Oh, interesting.
So if you only have half your wheels or one wheel on one, it may change the direction of how straight that car is going. So there's a lot of different kind of like weightlessness. Your vision gets a little different. It's especially because all that power is hitting like that.
Yeah.
So it's just.
And in a half mile, he's just on the throttle the whole time. You're just in it.
Whole time.
That's bananas.
That is pretty cool.
Well, it's supposed to be a quick warm up, like a light thing, but
we went into cars.
Sorry,
we just dove right in.
We're nerding out.
But I mean, I guess it's only going to go up from here. So something that matters to you outside of cars.
Oh, family, 100% family. I met Heather, my wife, at a car show. So naturally, wherever usually I am with a car event, she's there with me. And then I have a little 6-year-old at home named Hadley, so they take up a lot of my time outside of cars and work. But if I had to pick a hobby, most people don't know this about me, but I'm an avid gamer when I have the free time, and I really like the nerd shit as far as like MMO kind of stuff.
What's your game of choice?
Hold on.
Yeah,
so speak non-nerd. What is MMO?
Mass Multiplayer Online. So
once again, what is that?
Yeah, you're talking. You'll probably know this.
Call of Duty or
I used to play a little bit.
Okay.
Warcraft.
Oh, Warcraft
is my game of choice.
I've heard of this thing he speaks of. I don't do the game stuff.
So I don't play as much as I'd like to anymore. Just life gets in the way. But that would be my game of choice.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So speaking of that, what's your background like? Where are you from? What shaped you?
So I grew up in Temperance, Michigan. So I'm a transplant here to Nebraska. I moved here in 2013, as soon as I graduated high school. So I graduated in May, was out here in August of 2013, started school right away, got a job. But yeah, so back home, my dad was, he was a blue-collar guy, worked in concrete work, worked as a diesel mechanic, was a farmer for a little bit. My mom was an occupational therapist in Toledo. Then my grandfather worked for Ford, and all of his family members also worked for Ford. So my big background as far as cars goes is Ford, very middle class, very working class. So
he doesn't. I don't want you to jump ahead. He doesn't currently own a Ford.
I don't. Yes,
Oh,
I don't.
anything
I don't currently own a Ford.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
So so when the recession hit Michigan, I felt it very much so growing up as a kid. So
Sure.
my thing was I wanted out of the southeast of Michigan, and I met a girl online in the early 2000s and moved here because of her.
Oh, I was gonna say right out of high school you came over here, so
Yep.
it was
So her dad put me up, got me a job, and he so happened to work in the automotive industry.
Oh, wow.
So that's how I just kind of
That's how
fell
it
into it.
started.
Yep.
Very cool.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
Something that you're interested outside of cars.
And
I know you talked
World of
about
Warcraft.
gaming.
Oh
So
yeah, man, I love to shoot. I haven't gone in a while. I love my guns. I love to swim. I love to wakeboard and wake surf out at the lake, fishing. We usually spend our summers out at Heather's mom's place. So
Nice.
yeah, and walking with this fool usually through the summer.
yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
50-mile march. baby.
Definitely
Yeah.
have to plug some 50-mile march for sure. All right, so jumping into the car thing, I mean, we kind of already touched it a bit, but first car.
First car was, this wasn't supposed to happen. Wasn't supposed to be my first car. It was a 2002 Ford Explorer Limited all-wheel drive V8.
Oh.
Worst mistake my dad could have ever done was throw me the keys to that car because I was not nice to it at all. But it should have been a 96 F-150 XLT.
Okay. It should have been.
It should have
Explain.
been. So my dad, he didn't really care what he drove. He wanted everyone in the family to drive something nice.
Okay.
The Explorer was his, and the farming company he worked for was selling their old farm truck, which happened to be this 96 Ford inline 6 two-wheel drive truck. It had vinyl floors so you could hose it out.
Yeah,
on
it
the
was
farm.
a
It was a
true
farm
wheel
truck.
truck.
Yeah, he bombed it, and mice came out of it. So, I mean, this thing was supposed to be my first vehicle.
Which would be a good first vehicle.
Which,
right?
yeah,
Like,
it should have been. And it was cool, and I wanted it. I was very excited for it. But I ended up with the Explorer, and man, that V8 was not a good idea.
Yeah, but all-wheel drive is forgiving.
It's forgiving.
What would you say your first meaningful car memory was?
First meaningful
So this could have been
car
before you
memory.
owned a car. Take it back a little bit further.
So my first meaningful car memory, it was 2012 at the Detroit Auto Show. I just so happened to be walking down the steps into Cobo Hall, and Shelby and Ford just happened to be unveiling the 2013 GT500, and it was in that bright green color.
Mm-hmm.
It was like they also had all of the Super Snakes that they were doing, so like the 800 horse, and then they had the Shelby 1000 there.
Going back to Ford.
Yeah, so, but this
Where
is
the passion started.
but you know, I'm in Detroit in January, and
Yeah.
that's the place to be. That's the first auto show of the year, and I ended up as a special visitor through school, and got to watch him take the thing off the car, and I'm
Wow.
like, this is sweet.
That's a moment.
So, yeah.
So, this is clearly more than a hobby for you.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
At what point? Because everyone has like a different point where it's like, all right, you know, cars are cool. I like this kind of car, but then there's a shift to it becomes part of the person's.
Yeah, like
I
you
wouldn't
alluded-
even say identity, right? It's like
Yeah.
it's just,
Yeah.
Because you alluded to before, like even Heather, like you guys are both car people, so it's like it's more.
Yeah, so it probably became more than a hobby for me in early parts of 2015.
Okay.
And
why?
And so I went through an event in my life. It was a hard breakup that I personally didn't see coming. And I had some friends that were in the car community that reached out to me and said, "Hey, you know, we know you're going through a lot of things right now. Do you want to come out and do this car show with another car group in town?" And that's really kind of where it kicked off for me. I ended up going to the different car events through the summer. Ended up at the drag strip, and that's where work, because I was working in the auto industry, and play became the same thing.
Sure.
So, and I had a 2014 Mustang at the time, and I really hadn't done anything to it until after I met these friends.
Of course.
so I got it because I was 19 and young and dumb and just wanted a sports car. So.
Yeah. Good or bad influences? What do you think?
Good influences for sure.
I mean,
if you ask anyone with a financial background, terrible influences.
So all that said, you said Ford, and I kind of spoiled it a little bit when I was like, he doesn't currently own anything American. What do you drive now?
So I drive a 23 BMW X3 M Competition in Toronto red, and it has literally every option that comes with it. And that was an accident. I found it on a car lot after a DA roll racing event, went and looked at it, and then bought it.
That's a fantastic accident.
So
how fortunate.
Yeah, why did you choose that?
So I wasn't looking for it. I was looking for an M3, and I just happened to look locally at our Onyx, and they didn't have any M3s on the lots. So I was like, well, what about an X3M? Because he's got an X4M. And it kind of rubbed off on me a little bit, so I looked. I'm like,
it's contagious.
It's like,
BMW.
It's got 8,500 miles on it. It's 20 grand cheaper than buying a used M3 at the time.
Appreciation hit there.
I'll go check it out. And I wanted out of my Audi S4. It was scaring the daylights out of me, and I didn't want to pay 25 grand for a motor.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
Yeah.
I've been in the Audi dilemma as well.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yes.
That's why he went where he went.
I still see your car every now and then.
I've seen it. Out there.
I haven't seen it since, well, the last time I saw it, whenever that was. What do you love about it? What would you change about it, if anything?
I wish that the driver's seat actually sat a little bit lower in the car. I think it sits too high, because like I go sit in my wife's Audi SQ5, and it feels lower.
Sure.
Even though they're really not. Maybe an inch or two.
I think, only because I have a similar car and my daily's an X5, the X5, I can get the seat like this more, like the back of the seat lower, and I feel like the X4 I can't, so it doesn't give me quite the support the X5 does on my knee. I know, I feel your pain. These are first world problems.
Well,
just for the record,
and I was a low car kind of guy before I got an SUV, so for me, like I'm sitting way up high, and I'm like, man, why can't I get this seat just lower? Because I like
coming from a Mustang, and as you alluded to with the S4. So
I like sitting in the floorboards for some reason. I don't know why. What I love about it, it's easy power. I mean, right now it's like what Coyotes were in the 2011 to 14 range, and into 16 and 17. And then it's also like modifiable, like what Hellcats used to be.
It's
too.
A cheat code.
Yeah,
that platform is just ridiculous.
It is.
It's a great platform.
And it's funny because they're reliable too. Unless you're throwing 1,200 horsepower at it, they're not going to break.
Yeah.
It's an enjoyable car. Not an M3, but I like it.
It is a beautiful truck. It is a beautiful truck. The color combination is awesome
it's a beautiful
too.
color.
Really
Just
nice.
don't tell them it's orange.
Yeah. Still need to get that plate. Not orange.
So the whole automotive motorsports industry, what do you think it is about it that speaks to your personality?
So for me, I originally wanted to go into computer science, but it was like learning 6 languages at one time. So I just decided it wasn't for me. And cars for me, I can just understand them in a way that like I don't understand like learning a new language. Like if someone told me, hey, your wheels needed to be torqued at 120 foot-pounds, I could do it without looking at it and just kind of know.
Interesting.
Especially like when I was building my Mustangs, like I turned every wrench on those cars in my own garage, and I'm not professionally trained whatsoever. So for me, it was just kind of like one of those simple, like relaxing, therapeutic things to do, versus any other kind of career that I would have looked for.
Dare I say it's a language and environment you were already comfortable with.
Yeah.
So it calls to you in that sense.
Yeah. And I went through high school doing all the shop classes, and And for me, it's like the science behind it and why it works is way more intriguing because it's physical. It's in front of you. It's not something that you're throwing into a computer screen. You're guessing what it does. So.
Until you drive an electric.
Yeah. Now, I drove yours and I enjoyed it.
Next question. What have you learned about yourself
touchy.
through driving? That he doesn't like electric driving.
You know, I like alternative fuels. I don't like forced alternative fuels.
Sure.
So I do like that. I want to make that clear.
Yeah,
electric is fine.
We had some conversations earlier today. This may be seeping into that.
It's a hot topic all the time. I love it.
I just like giving a crap about it.
We poke each other all the time.
All the
Just,
Sorry, go ahead.
so what I learned about myself through driving, I found out early that I was actually halfway decent in driving a manual car. I won a few events, most of them at Ice Cream Cruise.
Oh, that's cool.
Doing index classes in a manual car, which is unheard of.
Interesting.
Not a lot of people a lot of people have to, especially at high power, they have to make adjustments to their clutches or their transmission to be able to shift a certain way. For me, it was what was in the car is what we were racing with.
So it was full clutch.
Yeah. So I
everything.
I didn't build a transmission until 2020, and that's because I blew up 2 in the same season. So I finally took a clutch out and it was cracked, and I put a new clutch in, and it went too big, and it blew 2 of them up. So.
Cheaper to build it.
Yeah, it was cheaper to build it, and then I rebuilt it and got rid of it 2 months later. So for me, I found out I was really good at driving a stick shift car. A lot of reaction time.
All right.
Cool.
So.
Yeah, there are a couple people that are like notorious in specifically DA that just they can shift fast.
If I could have it my way, I'd make my car a stick car right now. I miss driving a stick car.
It is fun. It's a completely different experience to drive a car that's manual. You're completely immersed in it, right? You have to do everything.
Yeah. And that's why I like going to self-driving, and part of that's the electric stuff. I'm like, I don't know. It feels like it takes too much away from what the experience is that makes it like your connection with the vehicle. Now, it's different. So as much crap as I talk, there is a huge convenience factor there too.
Of course,
and now you're not driving the car to drive; you're driving to get from A to B.
Yeah,
it's just a different.
Especially
experience.
if you're city driving. But if you're buying a car to actually enjoy it, you're turning the nannies off right away.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
All the lane assist, all that stuff.
Yeah. When there's
Makes
also
you
different
dumber.
kind of drivers, right?
Yeah.
Some people are drivers, some people are passengers, right? So the whole autonomous driving thing, that's going to speak to all the passengers, right? There's a lot of there's people who don't like to drive, period.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
They don't want to drive.
I don't think any of those are my friends, but anyway.
Probably have some.
No, I know.
They would never admit it to you.
There are people that are like, I'm not a car person. I'm not. I don't like to drive. That is a thing.
Talking about car people.
Yeah. What's your favorite DA event?
When I was looking at the pre-questions on this, I had a hard time answering this to myself because there have been 3 events that I've thoroughly enjoyed through DA, and I don't know if we're going to do 2 of them ever again. So the first one was the Chariots for Hope event down at their building.
Was that your first DA event?
It was one of my very first DA events.
Okay.
And I enjoyed that one maybe because I beat Gil at the quick 60.
The quick 60.
I sucked at that. It's so bad. Running over cones.
I think I had
one really good run, and then the rest no good.
I think I had some weight advantage on you for sure.
What were you driving then?
The S4.
Okay.
The S4. Yep. And then the Gala. With the formal event.
The fall formal?
Yeah.
I was just talking about that the other day. We got to do another one.
I think there's something awesome about just dressing up with your friends, going out, having 2 drinks, having dinner, and I think it's equally as awesome when you see car people do it.
Yes.
So I thought that was.
I've got
really
an
cool
idea.
there.
We'll talk offline. We could do this again. It would be way easier than one last time. Last time was a ton of work.
Yeah.
We didn't have a lot of people show up, which was fine. I feel like the right people were there, and the atmosphere was fantastic. But for the work we put in, it was almost disheartening that we didn't have a bigger showing. So I have an idea.
Yeah,
we'll talk later. I'm glad you brought that up.
And then the third one, and this is probably because I'm a little biased to it, the All Euro Spring Fling is a great show.
Oh yeah.
At Victory Lane, that is a
Yes,
fantastic
we were very excited
show.
for that.
Yeah.
So leading into the next question, you may have kind of already answered it, but your favorite DA moment, like the thing that stands out the most.
Oh, definitely the quick 60-foot win.
Sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
So for those that don't know, right? So when we had the event with Chariots for Hope, they had an organization or this group come out and it's a quick 60 challenge. It's a 60-foot. You're driving literally 60 feet. It's full acceleration, and then you have to stop by the 60-foot cone, and it's whoever can.
Well, it's 60 feet, and then you have to stop within whatever.
Oh, that's right.
It's
Yeah,
like,
so you're going
it's like
60
10
feet, you have to
feet.
stop.
Yeah, it's like 10 feet or something like that.
So you're not going very far at all. So it's all acceleration and then hard
on the brakes,
brake. And
which
if
is
you go
why
too far,
I kept on hitting cones because
Yeah.
I would go too fast, and then I'd kind of like break out, so to speak.
yeah. So you kind of have to thread the needle between the two. You want to go, but you also want to stop.
Yeah.
You have to be able to stop.
So it's a lot of fun. You
Dig
have
through
to
the
incorporate
archives. That was in, I think, 2023, if I'm not mistaken.
I have the video.
There was a K car that
That was awesome. Doing the stoppies.
Yeah. Slamming on the bumpers.
Yeah, not an easy event on your car whatsoever. I would recommend trying it, but not over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, actually, Kyle had that at ICC one of the years.
He did.
Same year that it benefited
not
Chariots.
last year,
But
the year
prior,
before.
that
Yeah.
It benefited Chariots and Hetra.
Yep.
I'd be curious to try that in the Lucid now.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be cool.
Actually, I think yeah.
That'd be interesting because you don't have to spool it up or anything.
No,
Yeah, you just hit the gas.
Light switch.
Now I'm curious.
Accelerator. I share the same thing driving diesel vehicles. It's not a gas pedal. It's an accelerator.
It's an accelerator. Yeah. Is it a diesel pedal? Do you hit
No,
the
it's an
diesel?
accelerator.
It's an accelerator. Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Just like yours is an accelerator.
It's an accelerator. Yeah.
You mentioned some of your favorite events. The community. What is it that stands out? Well, and I'd be curious. The DA community and then the car community. I think earlier what I caught when you were talking about the car shows, I think it was community was the thing because you were going through issues with the
So at the time, I joined this group called the Demon Pack, PAC, and it stood for Partying and Cruising, and it was just kind of it was just kind of a group of people that were like in their 30s to 40s. And I was the young buck of this group. I mean, I wasn't even 21 yet. Couldn't buy a beer at a bar, nothing.
Nice.
So they invited me out just to kind of do some car cruising. A lot of them had, higher end stuff like GT500s, Hellcats, ZL1s. So it was an American muscle group.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, like I got to spend an entire summer with them doing car cruises. So the community here in Omaha then. Awesome. Like shirts off their back. I met a lot of cool people outside that group. Now that community has grown, and I tell a lot of people who are not from Omaha, it would shock you the amount of people that have a car and actually thoroughly enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now we also have a lot of people that aren't so cool with them, like the kids that like to go 135 down Dodge Street.
It happens, yeah.
But you know what? They go to jail.
Yeah.
They go to jail. So and it happened this week.
Yeah.
But the community now is great. You don't see a lot of the takeover stuff like you see any other city. You don't see a lot of the reckless driving stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You'll occasionally see some stupid people racing on Q Street on the last cruise of the year, but I don't know who that might have been.
Racing is part. It genuinely is part of the culture.
From what I read on Facebook for 3 seconds.
It is part of the culture. But
what
specifically, I was going to say real quick on the DA group. Is there something? What is there something that draws you to DA? Like why DA? I
like DA because it's not a bunch of just like hoodlum stuff. Let's go race. It's comprised of a lot of events that are community driven, doing some charity stuff, doing shows at Victory Lane, which is a cool place, or going to have it in some random storefront parking lot. Also doing the race events throughout the year and trying to give back to the community versus, hey, we're just going to throw this party, this event, and this is all it is. Like, you're doing it for the people, not just to do it for yourselves, which I think that's why I think you guys do a great job with DA. And the people that come, a lot of them are business minded, which is what I like because I like trying to do that sort of networking thing too. And that's why I enjoy being part of DA.
Awesome.
So what could be better than all that? Like, blowing up our heads over here. You know, let's bring us back down to
What could be better? I could probably be better at showing up at events. That's probably my biggest problem right now.
The shows will be better the more Dan comes.
So-
Our heads are still here. All right.
No, seriously, for me, I couldn't put a finger on what could be better today. I think what you guys do is perfect for what the event space is in Omaha and the group space and the people. I don't have any problems with any members, which I used to growing up. Maybe that was my own damn fault.
Yeah, we all mature,
right?
We all mature.
Emotional
But I
maturity.
also have no problems with the events. If I can make them, I can make them. If I can't, there's no problem either. People come and go as they need to, and
Yeah.
He will hit me up. Well, I'm sorry, I can't. I'm like, bro, it's life. Like,
Yeah.
it's all good. There's some that I haven't made. There's some that Gil hasn't made, and we throw them, right? So like, it's just
and I
happens.
love you guys don't do dues.
Yeah.
It's a lot of members give back to the group, which is awesome.
It's interesting because a lot of people say you guys should do dues. You should incorporate dues.
How do you join?
I don't.
How do I join
I don't
the
think
DA?
you
It's like,
should.
Like the
here.
page,
Yeah.
interact
I
with the
don't think
page
you
and their
should.
posts, and come to the events. That's
Because the people that are going to be like-minded are just going to give back to the group anyway.
Mhm.
So, if you're throwing a party, I guess I'm bringing a case of beer or something to
There
eat.
it is. There
It's
it
not.
is.
But yeah, I couldn't put a finger on anything you guys should be doing better.
Awesome.
I think stay the course.
cool.
So, life beyond cars. What would you miss if cars went away?
Well, I wouldn't have met my wife, so that would be
Mhm.
the first thing. So wouldn't have my lovely
of your
kid,
life.
my love of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be first. I probably wouldn't be married. Man, I don't know, because my work and my volunteer work and my hobbies, they're all cars. So like,
Things around.
I would be lost. I'd probably be still living at home in Michigan with my parents, not
He
knowing
showed-
what I
he
was
showed
doing
me
with life,
some
like
really
every
good
other
pictures.
some early 30-year-olds are doing right now. Yeah, I really don't know what I'd be doing. I've done, it's not 20 years. It's 20, it's about 20 years of my life in automotive. I couldn't live without it.
And
You touched on it a little bit, and I kind of teased at it earlier. What are you focusing on right now?
So right now,
Mhm.
personally, I'm focused on my own business that I'm a minority owner in, Trim Illusion Holdings, wearing the shirt. So we manufacture and distribute chrome and black plastic overlays all over the U.S. So what I do, I work on the chrome enhancements branch, where we have about 60 sales routes all across the U.S. They have trucks and trailers. We own all the inventory, so they don't have to buy it from us. And then they go sell it to the dealerships, and we also do all the billing. So all they have to do, they have to go sell it, install it.
oh, wow.
So it makes everything easy for them. We send them a commission check every month saying, hey, thanks for selling our product. So we manufacture, we distribute, we have e-commerce, we have some brick and mortar shops. So that's the big focus for me personally right now as far as work goes. And then through that, I work through the SEMA show. So we have a booth there, and I do a volunteer work through the Future Leaders Network as their chairleft. So we put on.
Touch on
Future
that,
leaders, is that local?
touch on
What
that a
is
little
that?
bit more, because that's kind of what I was teasing earlier. I mean,
Yeah.
that's huge, and you're downplaying it.
Yeah.
You shouldn't. And,
So the Future Leaders Network is a sub network. So SEMA has these things. Sorry, let's backtrack.
sure.
SEMA is called the Specialty Equipment Market Association. So they are what they'll call the biggest trade show in the U.S. compared to like CES.
Sure.
And it's all aftermarket automotive parts.
Mm-hmm.
So every year in late October, early November, they throw this big trade show. It's really awesome. Lots of artistic cars, not like just thrown together, built art. Will go onto that show floor to showcase products. So they have a sub thing where they do consoles and networks. So they have everything from like restyler shops, which are the guys that are doing lifts, wheels, tires, graphics, tint. And then there's the Future Leaders Network. They have a SEMA Businesswomen's Network. They have wheel and tire, brake consoles. So you name it, they've got a console or network for it.
So it's a specialized group for a
Correct.
specific subset
Correct.
within that industry.
Correct.
Okay.
So I'm a part of the Future Leaders Network. I joined them in 2020, coming out of COVID. Which then it was called the Young Executives Network. So we changed the name to try and be more inclusive to all young people in the industry. And it's 40 and under. So if you're over the age of 40, can't join us and do what we do. So I started out doing their program called the Professional Development Program, and we partner with Dale Carnegie classes. We host a 2 or 3 day class either in Diamond Bar, California, or in Detroit, Michigan at the SEMA Garage every year. And it could be any topic from how to communicate better, how to effectively lead better. So that way there's still continuing education beyond what we do, professionally, because a lot of businesses, they have a hard time retaining young people because the young people also want to go and grow, but they don't get that kind of interaction through work. So we try and supplement that.
So you guys you're teaching.
Yeah, so we're teaching.
And if you didn't catch what he said earlier, he's the
chair-elect.
So that means you're going to be running the crap.
Yes. So not this year, next year.
So 27 you'll be.
Yeah, in July of 27 I'll be the chair. So my role right now is just kind of advisory. I no longer sit on subcommittees and be the chairs. Like I no longer run the professional development program. So I just kind of monitor, and I'm there for advice for the chairs that are there doing it. So like we do lunch and learns. We do networking events all across the U.S. We'll
right?
be
it's
at
huge. That's why I was like,
yeah.
I know. Let's make sure we touch on this. This is a really big deal. Don't downplay.
Yeah, we do networking events with PRI. We're going to be at King of the Hammers, the off-road thing in the desert here soon. So doing an event.
I told him a couple times. I said, if you need someone to carry your luggage, I've got 2 hands that, and actually they both arms work right now.
They're working right now. So
yeah, so if we can host an event, we will. We had actually SEMA come out to the ice cream cruise this year, and that was strategic by me because they're trying to be more consumer based.
Sure. And
I was like, I'm gonna figure out how to get an employee here.
That's
and
cool.
I got one, so
awesome.
We just handed out ice cream.
Yeah.
So
hey, that's a start, right? Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
In
So
26
we're
and 27.
all about continuing education right now. We have just under 900 members.
Wow, that's big.
And we want to make sure that the young people in the industry are continuing to grow, and we're also trying to find them because we're trying to steal from other industries to bring them in.
Right?
Yeah.
Get the ideas and continue to grow the industry.
Yep.
Right? You need the new ideas, and the ideas a lot of times come from the youth. So.
That's right.
So rapid fire. Street or track?
I'm a track person.
Okay.
Loud or fast?
Loud, tastefully, but also has to be fast.
Yeah. Built or buy?
In this stage of my life, buy.
Night drives or sunrise?
Oh, I'm up all night.
Night drives.
Yeah,
okay.
give me the night.
NA or forced?
That's a tough question. I'm gonna go forced induction.
Loud or fast? Which one?
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, forced induction.
Okay.
And this is another interesting one. It goes there's a 4-way one: gas, diesel, electric, or hybrid.
Gas for me. Yeah.
All right.
Even though I think electric and hybrid's the future.
Yeah.
For sure.
Back to that conversation that we
We're
were
not
having earlier
going there
today.
again.
This one, it could get heated.
Yeah. Advice from someone new to the scene.
New to the scene. Don't feel like you're forced to try and keep up with everybody because you're not.
And you never will.
Yeah, you never. There's always
with a
someone
bigger
faster.
wallet.
Yes, trust me. You don't want to financially wreck your future if you're going to come in and just spend a bunch of money and think you're going to beat everybody on the street. It doesn't work that way.
Hey, we learned about that on Facebook. The people with the biggest wallet usually win these things.
Yes, they do.
No, it was
Yeah, but they may be bankrupting themselves to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So that's
It's ironic.
I was fortunately wise enough to not jump down the rabbit hole far enough to hurt myself, but I could have easily.
Oh yeah, it's easy to chase the
addictive.
speed. It's
Addictive,
really
yes.
easy. Especially you get competitive. It's I think also it's another thing that comes with maturity, right? Over time, you're like, well, maybe.
Yeah, wait, hold
sometimes
on.
it depends.
Yeah, hold on. I want a 3-car garage. Maybe I shouldn't spend $14,000 on my car right now.
On this one doohickey coagulator thing that's going to make me go.
Yeah, and literally buy what you like. who cares what anyone else thinks?
It's true.
Your car, your payment, your money.
That's
So
right.
I give Gil crap, but I'm like, bro, you like it? That's you.
It is an electric couch.
It is. Air fryer.
I don't know. Have we raced recently?
Takeaway for listeners.
Yeah.
Keeping it on track here.
Takeaway for listeners. What you would take away from this podcast? Really try and do what you love. If you feel like you're in a rut, you're not loving what you do, then make a change.
Yeah.
I'm fortunate to fall into what I love and found it early. So I would ask anyone listening or watching, if you're going to take something away, find the love.
Do what you love. That's great.
And that said,
yeah. If anyone wants to reach out to you, you know, shared a lot of really good stuff. Definitely want to hear about how could someone reach out to you if they want to ask about you or any of the things that you do.
Dan LaRue, LAROU. I'll spell that for you. On Facebook, Dan_LaRue on Instagram, and on TikTok it is currently Toronto_X3 MC.
sweet. We'll throw them all in there in the thing, or link it or whatever.
Description, all of that stuff.
Well, Dan, appreciate you coming to DA, supporting DA, coming to the events, bringing the kids. One thing we didn't really touch on is how many things are family friendly and that sort of stuff. But bringing Heather and Hadley, appreciate you very much, sir.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me, and that is something I didn't bring up. The family, it's all family. Bring the kids.
You touch on it a bunch.
No, for the shows,
Yeah.
that's something great you guys do. You include families, so it's not just not going to a bar and not having the kids around.
Yeah.
And we have those events too.
Yeah, we do. It's called socials. Don't bring the kids to this.
Don't bring the kids. Yeah. But thank you. Really appreciate you sharing your story. Can't wait to see you at more DA events.
2026
Coming
maybe.
soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Follow,
Coming
like,
soon.
and subscribe. Check the website where the events have been posted.